Icy winds howl over frosted peaks as Lara Croft trudges through knee-high snow. A year's worth of planning has brought her to the glacial cliffs of Siberia. At her side stands Jonah Maiyava, whom fans of The Last King will recognize as the affable cook of the Endurance before it crashed on Yamatai's shores. Jonah is one of Lara's few fellow survivors and has remained loyal to her in spite of her almost suicidal need to push herself past her limits. However, unlike Lara's last adventure where she had to scrape and scavenge for all her equipment, she is now outfitted for the trek ahead. As they approach the summit, Lara withdraws 2 climbing axes and begins her ascent up the icy sheet. The glaze beneath her shudders and gives away before sending her into a free fall. Fortunately, Jonah tightens the slack on her line and assists in swinging her over a gap where she regains purchase. It was a close call, the first of many. Joni makes it to the top of the mountain first and yells out, "Lara, wait till you see this view!" As Lara mantles over an icy knife edge, she is treated to a splendid panorama of azure mountains. In the distance she can see a golden city nestled in the foothills. Suddenly, the sky crackles and an ominous wave of black rolls over the mountainside. The wind picks up. "Storm's getting closer, we have a couple hours at most," Jonah yells through the squall. Lara's not worried, she's determined, and she's closer than ever to answers. Unfortunately, strong winds and sub-zero temperatures aren't the only thing Lara and Jonah have to worry about. As the two begin their descent towards the ruins, the mountain shivers. It sounds as if the stones themselves have cracked in half, and a moment later a tidal wave of snow comes barreling towards the explorers. In a flash, Lara takes off bounding over a gap in the ice. Lara scrambles across the creaky wooden walkways. During the chaos, Lara loses sight of Jonah. She doesn't have time to go back. She dashes forward just out of reach of the sturdy snow. Lara passes by a wreck of an old airliner and uses the discarded cable to zipline over a large chasm. She's in a race with the snow, and she loses. The rolling snow catches up with Lara and sends her tumbling down the side of a cliff. Fortunately, Lara put enough distance between her and the avalanche's initial push to prevent her from getting completely buried alive. After digging herself out of the fresh powder, Lara's radio sputters to life. She can hear Jonah's garbled voice crackling through the airwaves. "Jonah, if you can hear me, go back," she responds. "Please don't try to find me. I need to do this alone." What you guys just saw is a video of what I put together that I read from the article. I think it's like another teaser. Hopefully we'll see something full-fledged out at E3 coming up. But I did my best to put a video together for you guys to see what I saw when I read that part of the article. It just seems like Lara Croft is determined to go at this by herself, and Jonah might be there in the beginning, but eventually, early on, I guess she separates from him and do something else. I hope you guys are enjoying the series. Keep it right here if you want to see more of Rise of the Tomb Raider. I'll be hoping to put up something next week. I haven't created anything yet for next week, but hopefully it'll be up and on time. Anyways, my name is Rox, and I'll see you guys next week.